last chant here, the Canticle of Canticles, you might say, that Our Lady sang out on her visitation to her cousin Elizabeth, a canticle used every evening, fitting that Our Lady would have the final word here.
And the bearers raise the coffin bearing the immortal remains of Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI. Once more, the bells tolling out. The body of the Pope Emeritus, as we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, will be brought into the Basilica. There will be a private ceremony later on. For those of you watching on television, you saw and can see the cypress coffin that the Holy Father's remains are in. That will be sealed in a zinc coffin, which will in turn be enclosed within a wooden case. The final coffin in oak. There's a quasi-liturgical ceremony that goes along with that. At that point, the body will be taken to the grottos beneath the Vatican Basilica, where there are yet a few more prayers for the final entombment of our Holy Father. He'll be placed in the chapel where St. John Paul II, his predecessor, was originally buried prior to his beatification. And that is in accordance with Benedict XVI's final wishes. Our Holy Father, Pope Francis, having come down from the presider's chair, is awaiting the coffin of his predecessor, the Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, and is there to give a final blessing and say a few words, with placing his hand upon the coffin and bowing his head in prayer and recollection.
As we know, on several occasions, Pope Francis has said that he used to visit Benedict often. He has called him grandfather. And in a recent interview, actually did not hesitate to call Pope Benedict a saint. And we see here some of his own fellow countrymen who've come to bid their Pope Benedict farewell. And he called those meetings with Pope Emeritus Benedict personal, fraternal, and affectionate. A final farewell between Pope Francis and the Pope who accompanied his pontificate in prayer. And as we see the image of his coffin being borne into St. Peter's Basilica, we bring this live broadcast of the celebration of the solemn Requiem Mass for Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI to a close. We will return tomorrow morning for the liturgy for the solemnity of Epiphany that begins about 10 a.m. Rome time. On behalf of Vatican Media, a warm thank you to all of our media partners, Catholic TV, Catholic Faith Network, Shalom Word Television Networks USA, EWTN, Salt and Light Media, Shalom TV India, Sunday Shalom, at Madarshan TV, CBS Radio, CBS News in London, Sirius XM Radio, the Catholic Channel, Relevant Radio, Radio Maria in England, Papua New Guinea, Lithuania, and Luminous Radio. Special thanks today to our coordinator Alessandro De Carlis and Adriano Vitalis, our in-studio audio technician.
And once again, our very sincere thanks to the Knights of Columbus for their continual support for the Dicastery for Communication, for the Vatican Communications that make these broadcasts possible throughout all of the years.
And we now carry Pope Benedict XVI in our hearts. Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ.